What if your reflection in the mirror started telling you secrets that you never wanted to know? In a small, forgotten town, nestled between twisted trees and fog-laden hills, stood an old house. This house had been abandoned for decades, or so the townsfolk thought. Its windows were dark, and the paint peeled like old skin. Yet, rumors whispered that it was a place where reality bent and twisted like the gnarled branches outside. Enter Clara, a curious artist seeking inspiration for her next exhibit. She had heard the tales of the house, where the surreal danced with the macabre, and felt an irresistible pull to explore it. With a sketchbook in hand, she stepped inside, the door creaking ominously behind her. The interior was draped in shadows, and the air was thick with dust. Clara's footsteps echoed as she wandered through the dimly lit rooms, each one adorned with remnants of a life long forgotten. Old portraits hung crookedly on the walls, their subjects seemingly watching her every move. She felt a shiver run down her spine but dismissed it as excitement. In the center of the main room stood a large, ornate mirror, its frame tarnished and intricate. Clara approached it, her reflection staring back with strange intensity. As she peered closer, she noticed something odd. The reflection didn't just mimic her movements, it seemed to pulse with a life of its own. "Hello, Clara," the mirror whispered, its voice like rustling leaves. Startled, she stumbled back, but her curiosity anchored her feet. "What are you?" she gasped. "I am the keeper of secrets," it replied. "I can show you the truth behind your art, the fears you hide, the dreams you abandon." Clara hesitated, a moral dilemma brewing. Should she dare to look deeper, to uncover the darkness within her soul? The mirror sensed her hesitation. "Every artist must confront their demons," it urged. "Would you not rather face them now, than let them haunt your work forever?" With a shaky breath, Clara leaned closer. The surface of the mirror rippled, and images began to swirl within it, visions of her past, her failures, and the people she had hurt. The faces of her former friends twisted in agony, their eyes pleading for acknowledgement. Each image struck her like a cold wave, washing over her with guilt and regret. "Stop! Please," she shouted, but the mirror only laughed, a chilling sound echoing through the empty house. "Embrace it, Clara. This is only the beginning." Suddenly, she was pulled into the mirror, her body dissolving into the glass, merging with the reflections of those she had wronged. She found herself in a surreal landscape where time warped and reality twisted. Shadows danced around her, mocking her with laughter that echoed her insecurities. "Face us!" they taunted, embodying her fears and failures. Clara screamed soundlessly. She was trapped in a world where every regret became a living nightmare. Desperate to escape, Clara stumbled through the hallucinatory terrain, each step dragging her deeper into her own mind. She encountered a version of herself, an artist consumed by darkness, paintbrush dripping with despair. "You can't escape who you are," this reflection sneered. "You've avoided your truth for too long." Clara realized this wasn't just a nightmare, it was a reckoning. She had to confront her past, accept the shadows, and release them. With newfound determination, she grabbed the paintbrush and began to paint her story, transforming her fears into art. But as she painted, the colors began to bleed, and the shadows grew more aggressive, trying to pull her back into despair. "Let me go," she cried, fighting against the tendrils of darkness. "Never," they hissed, "you belong to us now." In a final act of defiance, Clara dipped her brush into the deepest black and painted a door. As she finished, the door shimmered, creating a path back to her reality. With all her strength, Clara dashed toward it, feeling the pull of shadows behind her. Just as she reached for the handle, the mirror shattered, and she was thrown back into the room, gasping for breath. The house was silent now, but the mirror remained, a jagged reflection of her shattered self. As she fled from the house, she realized her reflection would never truly leave her, neither would the secrets it held. The line between reality and the surreal had blurred, and she was forever changed.